So in this video, we'll solve paper 2, variant 1 for May-June 2021. So let's start with question number 1. In 2019, Nicole's annual income was $22,000. Part A is she spent $7,200 on accommodation in 2019. Calculate the percentage of her income she spent on accommodation. So percentage spent on accommodation will be the amount spent on accommodation, which is 7,200, divided by her total income, which is 22,000. So 22,000 and then multiplied by 100 to get the percentage. So 7,200 divided by 22,000 and then multiplied by 100. So this is 32.7%. Part B is her annual income of $22,000 increased by 4% in 2020. Calculate her income in 2020. So income in 2020. So it increased by 4% from $22,000, which was in 2019. So increase of 4% mean it became 104% of her previous income, which was 22,000. So this is 104 divided by 100 and multiplied by 22,000 to calculate her new income. So 104 divided by 100 and then multiplied by 22,000. So this is $22,880 will be her income for 2020, which is a 4% increase from 2019. Part C is Nicole invests $2,000 in an account. The account pays compound interest at a rate of K% per year. At the end of first year, the money in the account is $2,036. Show that K equals to 1.8. So you know that the compound interest formula is the final amount. A is equals to 1 plus R, which is the rate in percentage, divided by 100 whole power t, where t is the time in years. So now we can replace the values in this formula. The money in the account is $2,036 after 1 year. So 1 plus your rate in percentage is k, so k over 100, and power 1 because your time is at the end of first year, so total 1 year. So let's solve for k. So this power 1 means it will remain as it is. So 2036 will equal 1 plus k over, sorry, here you have your principal as well. So this is multiplied by your principal amount which is invested, which is 2000. I thought I was missing something. So this is being multiplied by 2000. So power 1 means this will remain 1 plus k over 100 into 2000. So now let's solve for k. 2036 equals to, this will become 2000 plus 2000 k over 100. And if I bring this 2000 here, it will become 36 equals to 2000 k over 100. And this will give me k equals to, I will take this 100 to the other side and 2000 into the denominator. So 36 multiplied by 100 and then divided by 2000. So this is 1.8, which we had to show that k was 1.8. So that's how you will prove this value. Part 2 is find the number of complete years before Nicole has at least $2,150 in the account. Show your working. Again, we'll use the same formula. I'll just replace the values directly now. So your principal investment is $2,000. 1 plus your K value is 1.8 over 100. And your time is unknown. So you have to actually find the number of complete years. So let's call this T. and before Nicole has at least $2,150. So that means the amount should be greater than equal to $2,150. So this is your formula. You're investing $2,000 at 1.8% rate. You have to find the before time in years before the account has at least $2,150. So $2,150 or more. So that's why you have a greater than equal to sign here. So now we have to solve for t. So that means I will take this 2000 to the other side, so it will be divided in the denominator. So 2150 divided by 2000, 1.075. So this is 1 plus 1.8 divided by 100 whole power t is greater than equal to 1.075. And so 1.8 divided by 100 plus 1. So this is 1.018 to the power t is greater than equal to 1.075. So now you have to find the value of t, which is basically the power of 1.018 when this value becomes larger than 1.075. So when when t equals to 1, you have 1.018. So let's see, when t equals to 2. So you don't have the same base here that you normally that you normally get while solving some of the questions in this mathematics D for O level. Well, where you have something like 27 power k is 3 power 2 or something like that, where you can take this and make the base same on both sides and then compare the powers directly. So you don't have it here, so you have to do it through trial and error. So let's do it. 1.018 square is 1.036, 1.036, which is still smaller than 1.075. So t equals to 3, 1.018 to the power 3. 1.05 still smaller. T equals to 4. 1.018 to the power 4, which is 1.074, still smaller. So t equals to 5 will be greater. So t equals to 5, 1.018 to the power 5. So now you have 1.09, which is greater than 1.075. So when time in years is 5 years, that's the first time when you will have, or Nicole will have, more than or at least $2,150. So your answer is 5 years. So at the end of 5 years, the amount will be greater than or equal to $2,150 in Nicole's account. Question number 2. A survey recorded the number of people living in each of 50 houses. The bar chart shows the results. Find the mod. So mod is the value which has the highest frequency. So frequency is on y-axis. So highest frequency is this one, which is for number of people equal to 4. So mod here will be 4. Find the median. So I have 50 houses. So 50 divided by 2 is 25. So your median is, so when you have an even number of, like if your total number of houses is even, you'll divide by 2, which is 25. So you will take 25th value plus the 26th value, one more, and then divide by 2. So what is the 25th value? So if I start looking uh, from this side, from left to right, which is in ascending order, your number of people is increasing from left to right. So your frequency for 1 is 7. So up till this point, you have 7 people. Then your frequency of 2 is how much? 11. 11 plus 7, you have 18 people. So this is like a cumulative frequency. I'm adding up all the frequencies so that I can get to the 25th and 26th value. So third number of people 3, how much frequency? 10. So 18 plus 10 will be 28. So that means the 25th and the 26th value, which is between 18 and 28, lies here, and both of these values will be 3. So this is 3 plus 3 divided by 2, 6 divided by 2, which is 3. This is similar to if I start to write down these values. So you have how many ones? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many twos? 11 twos. 1, 2, and so on. And then you write how many threes? 10 threes. So if you look at this sequence and then you find the 25th and 26th value, it will be both of them will be 3. So 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So your median here is 3. Part C is calculate the mean. So for the mean value, you have the values and their frequencies. So mean will equal sigma fx divided by sigma f. So you take the products of the value with its frequency and then add them and then add all the frequencies. So you already know all the frequencies, they should add up to 50 because you have total of 50 houses. So in the numerator you have 1 multiplied by 6. So 1 times 6 plus 2 multiplied by its frequency, which is 11. 2 times 11 plus 3 times 10 plus 4 times 12, 4 times 12 plus 5 times 6, 5 times 6 plus 6 times 4, 6 times 4. So let's calculate the numerator. So 6 times 1 is 6 plus 2 times 11 is 22 plus 3 times 10 is 30 plus 12 times 4 is 48 plus 6 times 5 is 30 plus 6 times 4 is 24. So this is 160. Let me make sure I got this right. 6, 2 times 11, 3, 10, 4, 12, 5 is 6, and 6 is 4. So this is 160 divided by 50. I think I missed something. Let's see. 6 plus 22 plus 30 plus 48 plus 30 plus 24. 160 divided by 50. Oh yes, I think I found the mistake. So this is not 1 multiplied by 7. Frequency here is 7. So this will be one more. So this is 161 actually. 161 divided by 50. 3.22 is your mean. 3.22. Part D is one of these houses is chosen at random. Find the probability that exactly 3 people live there. So you have to find the probability that the house you chose has 3 people. So the probability will be how many houses are there which have 3 people. 10 houses, frequency is 10, and total is 50. So this will be 10 divided by 50, which is 1 over 5. The probability is 1 over 5. Two houses are chosen at random from these 50 houses. Find the probability that only one of the two houses has exactly 5 people living there. So probability that only one house has 5 people. So you're choosing two. What's the probability that only one of the two has 5 people? So that means there are two possible combinations. So let's say your first house that you choose has 5 people, and I'll call the other house that you choose does not have 5 people. So probability that you pick a house that has 5 people and the other one that you pick has not 5 people, or it could be the other way around as well. The first house you choose does not have 5 people, and the second house you choose has 5 people. So that's the two combinations that you're looking for through which you will get exactly one house. So you choose two. One combination is the first one has 5 and second one has not 5 people. The other combination is the first one does not have 5 people, but the second one that you choose is 5 people. So both of this will give you a house, only one house that has exactly 5 people. So let's calculate these probabilities. So and means you'll multiply. So what is the probability that the first house you choose has 5 people? First house you're choosing has 5 people. So there are 6 houses and a total of 50. So the first one is 6 over 50. You have chosen a house which has 5 people. So there were 6 houses divided by total houses, which is 50, multiplied by, since this is an and, now you're left with 49 houses because you already chosen one. So how many houses do not have 5 people? Which is all the rest. 4 plus 12 plus 10 plus 11 plus 7, which is 44. Or you can also just subtract. You have 49 houses, and how many are 5? Uh, Initially 6, but since you already chose one, you're left with 5 houses which have 5 people. So 49 minus 5 will also give you 44 houses remaining which do not have 5 people living in them. And then plus, now you have to calculate this uh, probability of not 5. So not 5 is, again, for 5 is there are 6 people with 6 houses with 5 people. So 44 houses which do not have exactly 5 people out of the 50. And multiplied by how many houses with 5 people? 6 houses. And now the remaining ones are 49. So either you choose this combination or this combination, both will give you exactly uh, one house which has 5 people living in it. So let's calculate this. 6 into 44 is 264 divided by 50 into 49. 2450. 2450. Plus again 44 times 6 will be same 264. 50 times 49 will also be same 2450. So 264 plus 264 is 528. 528 divided by 2450. So 528 over 2450 in its simplest form will be 264 divided by 1225. So your final answer is 264 over 1225. So this is your final answer. Question number 3, part A. You're given P equals to 3Q plus 5 over R square. Calculate P when Q is equals to 15 and R equals to minus 4. So you'll simply substitute the values. 3 times Q, which is 15, plus 5 divided by R square minus 4 square. 15 3s are 45. 45 plus 5 is 50 divided by minus 4 square will be positive 16. So 50 divided by 16 is 3.125. 3.125. Expand and simplify. So I'll multiply this 3 here. So this will become 6x plus 3. Multiply 4 in this bracket, 4x, and this will be minus 20. 6x plus 4x is 10x. Minus 20 plus 3 is minus 17. So 10x minus 17. Solve 3 minus k over 4 equals to 1. So I'll take this 4 to the other side. 3 minus k equals to 4. Take this 3 to the other side. Minus k equals to 1. K equals to minus 1. Minus 1. Part D is x power 6 over x power m equals to x power minus 3. So since the base here is same, both are x, and they are being divided, so the powers will be subtracted. So this will be x power 6 minus m equals to x power minus 3. And here the bases are same on both sides of the equal sign, so I can simply equate the powers. So that means 6 minus m equals to minus 3, and then minus m equals to minus 3, and then this will become minus 6, which is minus 9, and m will be equals to 9. So m equals to 9 here. Part E is a rectangular piece of cardboard measures 30 by 24. The net of an open box is made by removing a square from each corner. So you're removing this square with side X. The area of the net is 576 centimeter square. Form an equation in X and solve it to find the value of X. So the area of this net, which is within this solid line, is 576. Now we can, and we are told that this full length is 30, this is 24. So what we can do is we can take the area of this outer rectangle, which is represented by this dotted line, and minus the area of these four squares, these small four squares. That should give the area of this net, right? You're taking the full area and you're subtracting these four squares, and that should give you the area of this net, which is 576 centimeters square. So what is the area of this dotted rectangle? Simply length times width, which is uh, 30 times 24, and then minus the area of these small square. So this is x, this is also x, since you're told that this is a square, so all four sides of the square are the same. So area of one of these squares is x square, sorry, x square, and there are four such squares. So total area of four of these squares will be 4 times x square. So the area of this net, this is the area of the net, which is equals to 576. Now you have this equation. Now let's solve for x. So 30 times 24, 720 minus 4x square equals to 576, and 576 minus 720 minus 4x square equals to minus 144. Minus minus cancel out, and then 144 divided by 4 is 36. So x square equals to 36. X will be equal to square root of 36, which is 6. So you'll take the positive value since x is a length. Your value of length cannot be a negative value. So you'll take the positive square root of 36, which is 6. So your value of x is 6. The net is made into an open box. 1000 centimeter cube of sand is placed inside the box. Find the fraction of the box that is filled with sand, giving your answer in its simplest form. So your percentage will be, so you're looking for the, oh sorry, not the percentage, fraction. Fraction of the box that is filled. So fraction will be fraction of box that is filled. This will be the volume of sand, because you're trying to find the fraction of box that is filled with sand. So volume of sand divided by total volume of the box. So you know the volume of sand is 1000. So let's calculate the volume of the box. So your box is in this shape here. So let me draw this base here. So once you fold upwards like this will be your side. You'll fold on this edge, you'll fold on these edges to make it an open box. So your box will be something like this. So this is the left hand side, which I folded up from this edge. This back will become like this. So this I folded on this side. I'll just fold this here. It will become this side. and the front will become, if I fold it on this edge and bring it upwards. So this is my open box. Now what is the volume? Length, width multiplied by height, right? The volume of a cuboid. So what will be my length? So this full length was 30, but this length is what? 30 minus this x and this x. So 30 minus your value of x is, if you go down, 6. So this is 30 minus 12, which is 18. So this length here is 18. Similarly, what's the width? Width is this part here, along which I folded. So this is full length here was 24, and then you subtract x and x. So 24 minus 12 again. Uh, so 24 minus 12 will give you 12. So this here, the width is 12. So 18, 12, and what's the height? So height will be this length here or this length here, which is x. Since this was a square that was cut out, all four sides are x. So this is your height. Height here, this will be equal to x, which is 6. So your length is 18, width is 12, height is 6. So 18 times 12 times 6 will be your volume of the box. 18 times 12 times 6. So 18 into 12 into 6. 1296. So your fraction is 1000 divided by 1296. So we can write it in its simplest form. Let's calculate that. So 125 over 162. 25 over 162. This is the fraction of the box that is filled with sand, and our answer is in its simplest form as required. Question number 4, part A, is you're given this quadrilateral ABCD. The lengths are given and this angle is given as well. Part 1 is construct an accurate drawing of ABCD. AC has been drawn for you. So you're given this length AC, which is 10 centimeters. So we can verify that this is equals to 10. So you have to complete this quadrilateral ABCD. So you know that length CB is 6 centimeter and length AB is 8 centimeter. So I can draw two arcs, one from A, another from C, to find the position of point B here. So let's do that. First, I'll open my compass 6 centimeters and draw an arc of 6 centimeter away from point C in this direction. So let's open our compass up to 6 centimeters. So 6 will be almost this. All right. Center our compass at point C, and then we will draw an arc on this side where B is located. And then we'll do the same thing. Now we need to open our compass 8 centimeters. So position it at 0 and then open it up to 8 centimeters. All right, and then center your compass at A and draw another arc. So the intersection of these two arcs will give you your point B here. So this here is point B. I can join them with a straight line with C, like this, and then similarly with A as well, like this. Now you have to find the position of point D, which is on this side somewhere. You're given this angle is 50 degree and the distance of point Point D from point A is 4.5 centimeter. So first I'll mark the angle, which is 50 degrees. So let's bring my protractor here. I'll position it at this point A. Position it at this point A. Make sure it's aligned with my line like this. So my 180 is here. So I have to go 50 degrees. That will bring me to 130. So this angle here is 50 degrees. And the length is 4.5 centimeters. So I have to make sure I only draw a line that is 4.5 centimeter long in this direction, which makes an angle of 50 degree. So let's do that. So for example, I'm starting with 5 here. So 4.5 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4.5 here will be uh, at this point 0.5. So I have to draw my line up till 0.5 here. So now this line has length 4.5 centimeter, and this angle here will be 50 degree, and this is your point D. And then I can simply connect this point D with my point C as well to complete my quadrilateral ABCD. All right, let's draw this line as well. All right, so this is how you will complete your quadrilateral A, B, C, D. This length is 8 centimeter, this is 10 centimeter, this is 6 centimeter, and this is 4.5 centimeter. The next part is you have to measure the angle ADC. So you have to measure this angle ADC here. So let's do that using our protractor. I'll place it at this center here, align the 0. So probably need to decrease the size here a little bit. Okay. So this is almost 100, 105, almost 106 degrees. It's between 105 and 106. So I can call it almost 106. So my angle here is 106 degrees. The next part is measure the you have to calculate the perimeter of this quadrilateral A, B, C, D. So for this, you already know this length, this length, this length. Only this length is missing. So if you can calculate this one, you add this plus this plus this plus this. You don't have to add this because this is not the outer boundary of this quadrilateral ABCD. So perimeter will be CB plus BA plus AD plus DC. So DC is the only unknown. So let's measure that. So if I place my 0 here, it's almost 7.9 centimeters. So DC is 7.9 centimeter. So your perimeter will be perimeter will be 6 plus 8 plus 4.5 plus 7.9. So 8 plus 6 is 14, 14 plus 4 is 18, 18.5, 18 plus zero point 0.5 plus 7.9 will be 26.4 centimeter. So this will be your perimeter of your quadrilateral A, B, C, D. Part B is the diagram shows a cuboid. You're given a few lengths. Um, Show that TR is 19.7 centimeter correct to one decimal place. So TR is your length. This one, you have to show that this is 19.7 centimeter. So if I draw a straight line from T to V, let's do that here. This triangle TVR is a right angled triangle. So if I draw it in 2D, it will look something like this. So this triangle TVR, this one here. Let me draw it in 2D. So this is point T, this is R, this is V, RV is 8, and you have to show this TR is 19.7, TV is unknown. So if I can calculate this length TV, I can easily use a Pythagoras theorem because this angle here is 90 degree. I can use a Pythagoras theorem to show that this is 19.7 centimeters. So first I need to calculate this length uh, TV. So let's see. So I can easily calculate TV as well because this is a cuboid. This angle here on the floor is 90 degree. So for the triangle TWV, I know this side, I know this side. This is the hypotenuse that I can easily calculate. So if I take this side, I won't draw the triangle separately. So this is the triangle I'm looking at, the blue one. So TV square will be 15 square plus 10 square. So 15 square plus 10 square, 325. TV square is 325. I won't take the square root because I need the squared value when I use the Pythagoras theorem for this triangle TVR, which I've drawn out here. So TV square, I know that TV square is 320, 325. So now let's calculate TR. Using Pythagoras theorem on this triangle TVR, which I've drawn out here separately. So TR square will be equal to TV square, which is 325, plus 8 square, 8 square. So TR square is 325 plus 64, 325 plus 64, 389, and TR will be square root of 389. So square root of 389 will be 19.7 centimeter, correct to one decimal place. So that you have shown here. The next part is X is the midpoint of PQ. Calculate TRX. So let me just erase this. So X is the midpoint. So that means this and this length, PX and QX will be equal. So full length is 10. So this is 5 and this is 5. And you have to calculate angle TRX, which is this angle here. So if I look at this triangle, which is drawn here, so let me actually draw the line, the blue line over it. So I'm looking at triangle TXR. So this triangle here, and I have to calculate this angle, which is TRX. I know that TR is already given here 19.7. If I can calculate this side and this side, I can use the cosine rule because I know all three sides and I can one angle that is unknown that I have to calculate. I can use a cosine rule in that case. So how can I find Rx? If I look at this triangle XQR, which is on the top of this cuboid, this is again a right angle triangle because this here is 90 degrees here. This side is 5. RQ will be 15 because this TW is 15. So my Rx would be, let's calculate that. Rx square. Rx is the hypotenuse of this triangle XQR. So Rx square will be 5 square plus 15 square. 5 square plus 15 square. 5 square plus 15 square, which is 250. Rx square is 250 and Rx will be square root of 250. So now I know that this length Rx is square root of 250. Now similarly I can also calculate this length Tx. My triangle PXT is again a right angled triangle. This length Px is 5 because x is the midpoint. This length Pt is the same as Rv, which is 8. So now my um, Tx square will equal uh, Px square, which is 5 square, plus Pt square, which is 8 square. So this is 25 plus 64, which is 89. So Tx square is 89 and Tx is square root of 89. So now this length is square root of 89. So now for the triangle TXR, I know all three sides, I know the length. This angle is unknown that we have to calculate. So I can use the cosine rule here now. So the cosine rule would be, so this is the angle that I need to find. So the opposite side is this one, Tx. So Tx square should equal the sum of the other two sides squared. So Rx square plus RT square minus 2 times Rx multiplied by RT multiplied by cosine of this angle TRX. TRX. So the only unknown in this equation is my angle. So let's substitute the values. Tx square is 89. Rx square is 250 plus RT square or TR square will be 19.7 square minus 2 times Rx is square root of 250 multiplied by RT or TR is 19.7 multiplied by cos of TRX angle. So let's solve this equation. So I'll take these to the other side. So this will become 89 minus 250 minus 19.7 square. So this is minus 549.09 equals to minus 2 into square root of 250 into 19.7 minus 622 point minus 622.97 cos of TRX. Minus and minus will cancel out. Cos of TRX will be 549.09 divided by 622.97. So TRX will be cos inverse of this. So 549.09 divided by 622.97, and then you take the cos inverse of this, which is 28.187, and up till one decimal place it will be 28.2 degrees. So your angle here TRX is 28.2 degrees. Question number 5, part A. Shade the subset A complement B intersection C. So B intersection C is this area inside, and then you have to find the intersection with A complement. So A complement means outside of A. So this is the boundary of A. So outside of A would be this. So this will be your shaded region represented by B intersection C intersection A complement. So I can just erase this. Part B is you have a universal set which contains these letters. W is a set of letters which have rotational symmetry of order 2. Set X is a set with letters which have a line of symmetry, and Y consists of these letters. Complete the Venn diagram. So let's first see uh, which letters are present in the set W. So W contains letters which have rotational symmetry of order 2. What it means is if you rotate that letter during a full 360-degree rotation, you should see the same letter twice. So if you look at A has rotational symmetry order 1 because you have to rotate it full 360-degree before you see A again. Similarly, C as well, E as well. If you rotate E, it will be like this, then like this, then like this, then like this, and then finally back to 360 degrees. So this has also rotational symmetry order 1. G as well. So H looks like it might have rotational symmetry order 2. So H like this. If I rotate it 90 degree, it will become like this. If I rotate it another 90 degree like this, it will again become H, right? It looks like H. So this is 90 degree. The total rotation here is 180 because I rotated another 90. And if I rotate another 90 like this, bring it to 270 degrees, it will be like this. And if I rotate another 90, full 360 degree rotation, I get back H. So I saw H here and then H here. So H has rotational symmetry order 2. So H is part of this set W. And let's continue for the rest of the letters. J won't have rotational symmetry order 2. N. So let's look at N. Rotate 90 degree like this. I will get something like this. Rotate another 90 degree like this, or take it up to 180 degree total rotation. So another 90 will bring it back to N. And then another 90, rotating it at 270 degree like this. And then finally back 360 degree, I will get back N. So again, I got N twice during full 360 degree rotation. So N is also part of this set, which have rotational symmetry order 2. R doesn't look like. T will be like this, then this, 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 and this. So yeah, it has also rotational symmetry order 1. Z will Z is also like N, so it will be Z. Then if I rotate 90 degree like this, I will get this. And then another 90 degree like this, I will get back Z. Another 90 degree like this, it looks like N. And then another 90 degree like this, I get back Z. So this is up 360 to 7. Oh no. Yeah, 90 degree rotation, I get this. Another 180 degree rotation, I get this. 270 degree rotation, get this. 360 degree rotation, I get this. So I got Z here and Z here. So rotational symmetry order 2. This is also part of this set. X is a set which has letters that have line of symmetry. So we know that A has a line of symmetry like this in the middle. So A is part of this. C also has a line of symmetry like this. So C is like this. So this is your line of symmetry for C. So C is also part of this. E also has line of symmetry. So if you have E like this, your line of symmetry will pass through here. So E also has line of symmetry. G doesn't have it. H also has line of symmetry in the middle. In fact, it has two line of symmetries. This is also a line of symmetry for H. So H is also part of this set X. Um, N doesn't have any line of symmetry. R also doesn't have any line of symmetry. T has this line of symmetry in the middle. So T is also part of this set. Z doesn't have any line of symmetry as well. So these are the letters that are part of X, and then Y you're already given the letters. So now let's start with this intersection, which contain letters which are part of all three sets. So R is not part of all three, A is also not part of all three, N is not present here, G is not present in these, E is present here but not here. So this will be empty, there is nothing here. Let's look at the common elements between W and X. W and X. A is not common, C is not common, E is not common, H is in both. So H will be here, T is not here. And then let's look at W and Y. W and Y. R is not there, N is common. So N will be here, G is not there, E is not there. And then let's look at common letters between X and Y. A is common, R is not common, A is common, N is not here, G is not here, E is here, so E is also common. So now let's write the remainings. So from W, we've already written H and N, so only remaining here is Z. From X, H, A, and E are gone. They are written over here. A is written, C is not written, so C will be here, E is here, H is here, T is, so C and T will be here. And from Y, R is remaining, A is here, N is here, G is missing, so G and E is already here. And then we have to make sure we have written all the letters from the universal set. A, C, E, G, H, J is missing. So J is outside all these three. N, R, T, Z. So that's how you will complete this Venn diagram. J is not part of any of the three sets, so it will be outside these three circles. Part 2 is list the elements of X intersection W union Y complement. So what is W union Y? So W union Y is this. Everything inside W and everything inside Y. So we're looking for W union Y complement. That means everything outside of this red boundary that intersects with X. So X is this. Everything outside red, but inside X is these two letters C and T. So your answer here will be C and T, which are outside the union, but inside the X because you want the intersection with X. So this C and T will be your answer here. So let me get rid of this. The next part is find the number of elements in W union X union Y complement. So W union X union Y complement is this. Everything inside W, U and Y. So this red boundary, everything inside is W union X union Y. So complement means outside this red boundary. How many elements are outside this red boundary? Only one element, that is J. So your answer here is number of elements outside this is 1. The next question is using set notation complete this statement. So something equals to 5. 5 means an empty set. So you have this empty set, which is the intersection of all these three sets. So W intersection X intersection Y is empty, which is also known as phi. Question number 6, part A is find g of minus 1. So you're given g here, so g of minus 1 will be 12 minus 3 times minus 1 over 5. So this minus minus becomes positive. 12 plus 3 over 5 equals to 15 over 5, which is 3. Solve f of x equals to 2. So f of x is 2x plus 3 equals to 2. 2x will be 3 plus, oh sorry, 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 will be minus 1. X will be minus 1 over 2. Find g inverse of x. So let y equals to g of x. So if I take g to the other side, I get, this gives me g inverse of y equals to x. So let's substitute g of x here. Y equals to g of x is 12 minus 3x over 5. Now we have to make x the subject of this equation. So I'll take this 5 to the other side. 5y equals to 12 minus 3x. Take this 3x to this side, bring this 5y here. So this will give me 3x equals to 12 minus 5y, and x equals to 12 minus 5y over 3. So x is g inverse of y. G inverse of y is 12 minus 5y over 3. And g inverse of x would be, I'll substitute y with x. So I will get 12 minus 5x over 3. So g inverse of x is 12 minus 5x over 3. Find the value of x when f of x is 4 more than g of x. So f of x is 2x plus 3. So 2x plus 3, and g of x is 12 minus 3x over 5. So you have to find the value of x when f of x, so this is your f of x and this is your g of x. When f of x is 4 more than g of x. So to make them equal, I will add 4 to the smaller value, which is g of x, to bring it equal to f of x. Now they are equal. It's similar to saying you have 12 and 8. So 12 is 4 more than 8. So to make them equal, I will add 4 here. So this will become 12 as well. So now let's solve this equation and find the value of x. Let's take the LCM on this side. So 2x plus 3 will be 12 minus 3x plus, so this is 5. So 5 will be multiplied here. So 20. And let's bring this 5 to this side. So this will become 10x plus 15 equals to 12. 20 plus 12 will be 32 minus 3x. And then let's bring this 3x here. Take this 15 to the other side. 10x plus 3x equals to 32 minus 15. 13x equals to 32 minus 15 will be 22. Let's calculate. 17. 17. So your value of x would be 17 over 13. So x is 17 over 13. Question 7, part A. You're given a few equations. The diagram below shows sketches of two of these lines. Write the correct equation below each diagram. So you have this straight line, and you know that the equation of straight line is y equals to mx plus c, where m is the gradient and c is the y-intercept. So for the first line, we know that the gradient is positive and the y-intercept here is negative. So positive gradient, we are looking for positive gradient and negative y-intercept for this first line. So this has a positive gradient, but positive y-intercept as well, plus 1. This one has a positive gradient and a negative y-intercept. So this satisfies our condition. So y equals to 2x minus 1. This one has a negative gradient and this one also has a negative gradient. So these two are not applicable in this case. Now for this one, we are looking for a negative gradient and your y-intercept is positive in this case. So positive y-intercept. So negative gradient and positive y-intercept is this one. This is also negative gradient, but y-intercept is also negative. So this is the correct one for this second line. Y equals to minus 2x plus 1. Part B is the diagram shows a sketch of a graph y equals to x square plus ax plus b. Find the value of a and value of b. So you're given this graph passes through x-axis when x is minus 3 and when x equals to 2. So we can substitute these values into the equation. So this point here is minus 3 and 0 and this point here is 2 and 0. So we can substitute these 2 points into the equation. We will have 2 equations that we can then solve simultaneously to find the values of a and b. So let's substitute this point first. So y is 0. So 0 equals to x is minus 3 square plus a times minus 3 plus b. So this is 0 equals to 9 minus 3a plus b. If I take this 9 to the other side, or let's take this b to the other side, minus b will equal 9 minus 3a, multiply by minus on both sides, b equals to 3a minus 9. And let's substitute this second point now. So again y is 0, so 0 equals to x is 2, 2 square plus a times x is again 2 plus b. So 0 equals to 4 plus 2a plus b. And we can substitute b from this first equation. B equals to 3a minus 9. So I'm using the substitution method here to solve these two simultaneous equations. So 4 plus 2a plus b is 3a minus 9. 3a plus 2a will be 5a. Minus 9 plus 4 will be minus 5. I take this 5 to the other side, so this becomes 5a equals to 5 and a equals to 1. So your value of a is 1, and let's substitute a equals to 1 here. So I will get b equals to 3 times 1 minus 9, which is 3 minus 9, which is minus 6. So your value of b is minus 6. Part C is the grid shows the graph of y equals to x cube minus 2x square minus 5x plus 6. Part 1 is x cube minus 2x square minus 5x plus 6 equals to k has exactly two solutions. Use the graph to find the possible values of k. So if you look at this equation, this side is the same as this. On the other side, you had y, which is replaced by k here. So that means the other line or the equation of the other line is y equals to k. And then you have this equation, y equals to x cube minus 2x square minus 5x plus 6. So you're trying to solve them simultaneously. So if you're using the substitution method, you place k here. That is what you are given in the first part. So that means if you try to solve them through substitution, you get this equation here. But since you are using the graphical method here, that means we're trying to find the value of k such that they have two solutions, meaning the graphs of these two equations should intersect at 2 points to give you the two solutions. So you're already given the graph of this. What is the graph of y equals to k? Y equals to k will be some horizontal line. So if let's say k is 15, it will be a horizontal line passing through 15 on the y-axis, and then you have a single intersection point. So you're looking for 2 points of intersection. So what would be the value of k? Let's say if we draw it here at y equals to 5, there are 3 points of intersection. So you're looking for a line for y equals to k, which will give you 2 points of intersection, right? So your 2 points of intersection, if I draw a straight line, so this is the maximum point at which this graph has a maximum value and then it starts to decrease. So if I draw a straight line that touches this maxima here and then goes on and intersects the graph here as well. So this is one value of k where you have two solutions. So let me draw a line here. Little below. So this just touches this point. So this is your first point of intersection, and this is your second point of intersections. So you need to find all the possible values of k. So this is one value of k where y equals to, so this is 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is slightly less than 8.5. So I can call this y equals to k where k equals to 8.4. And similarly, another possible value of k would be this horizontal line, which just touches this minimum point on this graph, and the other point will be somewhere here. So let me draw this as well. Something like this. It touches the graph here, and then the second intersection point here is here. So k in this case is -1, 2, 3, almost -4. So if k is -4, you have this line and you have these two solutions for x. Remember, you're looking for exactly two solutions. That means you want a line, you want such a line, horizontal line that intersects this graph of the curve at 2 points. So when k is -4, it intersects at this point and this point. And then when k is around 8.4, it intersects at this point and this point. So these two possible values of k will give you two solutions. So your two values of k are k equals to -4 or k equals to around 8.4. So that's how you will solve this part. Part 2 is by drawing a suitable line on the grid, find the solutions of this equation. So this looks pretty similar to equation you're given here. So I will try to first, because I'm given the graph for this equation already. So I have to draw another line to find the solutions uh, of this equation, x cubed minus 2x squared minus 7x plus 5 equals to 0. So let's first try to convert this into this form so that I have one graph already given to me and I can draw the other graph. So let me rewrite this: x cubed minus 2x squared minus 7x plus 5 equal to 0. So now let's see, x cubed, we already have x cubed, minus 2x squared minus 2x squared, minus 7x, but here you have minus 5x. To make this minus 7x equals to minus 5x, I will add 2x here. And since I have added it on the left hand side, on the right hand side you have 0. So I have to add 2x here as well. And the constant value here is 5. Here you have constant value 6. So I have to add 1 here. And then to keep the equality, I have to add 1 on the other side as well. So now I have x cubed minus 2x squared minus 7x plus 2x will be minus 5x. 5 plus 1 is 6 equals to 2x plus 1. So on the one side of the equality, I have this equation, and on the other side I have 2x plus 1. So This is as if I'm solving these two equations simultaneously. X cubed minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 6 and y equals to 2x plus 1. On one side I have y equals to 2x plus 1, which is this equation. So basically if I substitute y here with this, I get this equation. So I'm solving these two simultaneously and I have to find the solution. So I'll use, since you have to use the graph, I'm already given the curve for this equation. Now I just have to draw this line, plot this line on the graph, and the intersection of the two graphs will give me the solutions for this equation. So let's do that. So you have, I'll just erase this. You're looking to draw y equals to 2x plus 1. So let's take some values of x. Let's take x equals to 0, y will be 1. Let's take x equals to 2, 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 1, 5. So the 2 points you have is 0 and 1. 0 and 1 is this point here, and the other point is 2 and 5, which is this one here. So now I will join these 2 points through a straight line. And there are three intersection points. One is this one, other is this one, and the third one is this one. So these are the three values of x. So first here is minus 2, and this is one block to the left, minus 2.2. So minus 2.2. This one is here 0, 0 0.2, 0 0.4, 0 0.6, almost 0 0.6 here. So this will be 0 0.6, and the third value is this point here, which is 3, 3.2, 3.4, almost 3.6. So these are the three possible values of x. Question number 8, part A. You're given PQR points on a circumference, center is O. These angles are given. Calculate angle PQO. PQO is the angle that you need to calculate. So straight away, if you look at this angle, which is 8x, this is at the center, and the same segment makes the angle this PRQ at the circumference. So this angle will be half of this, which is 4x, because angle at center is twice the angle at the circumference if they're subtended by the same segment in a circle. So this will be half. So if I look at this triangle POQ, these two lines are equal in length. This is an isosceles triangle because this is the radius, this is the radius. So this angle will be the same as this angle. So I can find the value of this angle in terms of x, and then I can use this large triangle PRQ. I know this angle, I will know this angle because I know this is x. I can find this in terms of x. Similarly, I know this is 24 and I can calculate this angle in terms of x. So using this larger triangle, then I can find the value of x, and then eventually I can find angle PQO. So let's call this angle, let's call it y for now. If this is y, this is y. So 8x, so using this triangle POQ, 8x plus y should equal 180 degree. 2y should equal 180 minus 8x. Y will be equal to, divide by 2 on both sides, so this will be 90 minus 4x. So I know that this angle is 90 minus 4x. This angle is also 90 minus 4x. So now let's look at this triangle PRO. I will add all three angles of this triangle and they should add up to 180 degree. So let's add these 4x plus 24 plus 90 minus 4x, because this full angle here is 24 plus y, where y is this. And then again, this full angle here is x plus y. So plus x plus y is 90 minus 4x again. And this should equal 180 degree, because all these are part of this large triangle PRO. So now let's solve for x here. 4x is 0, 90 plus 90, 180, 180 plus 24 is 204, plus x minus 4x is minus 3x equals to 180. So 180 minus 204 will be minus 24, and x will be 8. So your value of x is 8. Now you need to calculate angle PQO. Angle PQO is this y, which is 90 minus 4x. So angle PQO equals to 90 minus 4x. So 90 minus 4 times 8 is 32. 90 minus 32 will be 58 degree. So angle PQO is 58 degree. Part B is you're given triangle KLM is similar to triangle KNJ. These are straight lines, and then you're given that angle KLM equals to angle KNJ. So these two angles are equal. LKM equals to Y. These are lengths given. The area of angle JK, triangle JKN, is 75 centimeter square. So this is 75 centimeter square. Calculate the value of Y. So to calculate the value of Y, which is this angle here, I have this triangle KLM. I know the lengths of the two sides that make this angle Y. So I know that area of this triangle KLM, area of KLM will be 1 by 2 into this side, 6 into 10.5 into sine of y. Now I can find this area using the property of similar triangles, because we know this area is 75, and since these two triangles are similar, the ratio of their areas will be the square of the ratio of their two corresponding lengths. So area of KLM, which is this triangle, divided by area of KNJ will be equal to the ratio of their two corresponding lengths squared. So now let's look at the two lengths that are given. So KL is given in here, and then the corresponding length is KN, which is also given here. So KL over KN square. So through this, we can find the area, plug the area here, and find Y. So let's do that. So area of KLM is, KL is 6, KN is 10 squared, and then I'll take the area of KNJ and multiply here. So it will be 75. So this is 36 divided by 100 multiplied by 75. So 36 multiplied by 75 divided by 100 is 27. So 27 centimeter square is the area of this triangle. So now I can use this equals to 27 equals to 1 by 2 into 6 into 10.5 into sine of y. So 6 into 10.5 divided by 2 is 31.5. So sine of y will be 27 divided by 31.5, and y will be the sine inverse of this. So 27 divided by 31.5, and then I take the sine inverse of this. So this gives me 58.997, which I can write up to one significant, one decimal place, 59.0 degree, because this will be rounded up if I'm writing up till one decimal place. So your final answer will be y equals to 59.0 degree. Question number 9, part A is the cumulative frequency diagram shows the marks obtained by 80 students in a maths test. So you have marks on x-axis and the cumulative frequency on the y-axis. Use the diagram to find an estimate of the median. So median would be the marks value when your cumulative frequency is 50% of total frequency, which is 80 students. So 50% of 80 will be 0.50 into 80, which is 40. So you have to read this value when your cumulative frequency is 40. So let's do that. Oops. So if I read the marks here, draw a straight line. So this will be 40, 42, 44, 46, 48. So your median value is 48. Part 2 is 60% of the students passed the test. Use the diagram to find the number of marks needed to pass the test. So 60%. So let's first calculate how many students passed the test. 60% of 80, which is number of students who passed the exam. 60% of 80 will be 0.60 into 80, which is 48. So 48 students passed the exam. So these are the top 48. So you have to count from the top and come back down. So your top is student is the one who scored 100 marks and then so on. So you're looking at the top 48 students. So 80 minus 48 is 80 minus 48 is 32. So here at 32, this is your 32. I will draw a straight line to calculate the marks or to read the marks. So let's find the value of marks when your cumulative frequency is 32. So it will be this straight line here. It touches the graph at this point. So this is at 40, 42, and 44. So these are the 32 students who scored less than 44 and did not pass the exam. And these are the top 48 students who scored 44 or more and passed the exam. So your passing marks is 44. Let's go to the next part. Using the information on the diagram, complete the frequency table. So now you have to write the frequencies for each of these class intervals. The first one is given for you. The next one is m is greater than equal to 20 but less than 40. So let me erase this. So you're looking for frequency between 20 and 40. So here the value is 8, as we know, because 0 to 20 your frequency was 8. At 40 it's 20, 22, 24 and 26. So here the value is 26. So the frequency between this interval 20 to 40 will be 26 is at the end and is at the start, which is the cumulative frequency. So the frequency only between 20 and 40 will be 26 minus 8. So 26 minus 8 will be 18. Next interval is 40 to 60. So 40 to 60. 60 touches here, which is 58. So now you're looking for frequency in this range. The cumulative frequency at the end of this range is 58. At the start is 26. So this will be 58 minus 26, which is 32. 60 to 80. 60 to 80 is this range. 80, the value is this, which is 74. So now your frequency between this range will be 74 minus 58, which is 16. And the last one is 80 to 100. So here your cumulative frequency value is 80. So for this range, the frequency will be 80 minus 74, which is 6. So this will be 6. This was 16. Part B is the times taken by the 80 students to complete a science test are shown in the frequency table below. So you're given time ranges in minutes and then the frequency. An estimate for the mean is taken to complete the test is 67.625 minutes. This is calculated using the mid interval value as an estimate of the time in each interval. Calculate the value of P and Q. So first you need to find all the mid intervals. So let's call this mid interval. 40 to 50, the midpoint is 45. 40 plus 50, 90. 90 divided by 2, 45. 50 plus 60, 110 divided by 2, 55 is the mid interval here. 60 to 70 midpoint is 65, 75, and then 85. So now you have to find two unknown values, P and Q. You need two equations. The first one would be we add all the frequencies and they should add up to 80 because total students are 80. So 8 plus 13 plus P plus 20 plus Q will be equal to 80. So 8 plus 13 plus 20. It's 41. P plus Q will be 80 minus 41. P plus Q is 39. And I can make Q the subject here. Q will be 39 minus P. So this is your first equation. So I'll use the substitution method. So for the second equation, you're given that mean is this value here. So to calculate the mean, you multiply the frequency with the mid interval and then add all of these products. So 8 times 45 plus 13 times 55 and so on. Add them all and divide by 80 to get the mean, which is this. So 8 times 45 plus 13 times 55 plus 65p plus 20 times 75 plus 85q divided by 80 will give you the mean, which is 67.625. So let's calculate this. 8 times 45 plus 13 times 55 plus 20 times 75, 2575. 2575 plus 65p plus 85q. I will multiply this 80 on the other side. 80 multiplied by 67.625. 5410. Let's take this to the other side. 65p plus 85q will be 5410 minus 2575. This is 2835. And then I'll substitute q from this equation here so that I can solve these two simultaneous equations. 65p plus 85 times q is 39 minus p equals to 2835. 85 times 39, 3315. So 65p plus 3315 minus 85p equals to 2835. So 65 minus 85 is minus 20p, and I take this to the other side. 2835 minus 3315 minus 480. Minus minus cancel out. P will be 480 divided by 20, which is 24. And now I can substitute the value of P here to get the value of Q. So Q will be 39 minus 24, which is 5 and 15. So your value of P is 24, value of Q is 15. Question number 10, part A, you're given vector AB, calculate the magnitude AB. So magnitude AB will be minus 3 square plus 5 square and whole square root. So minus 3 square will be 9 plus 5 square 25 square root 25 plus 9, and then square root of this 5.83. Part 2 is you're given vector AC is 6, 2, C is the point 10, minus 1. Find the coordinates of point A. So you know that any vector is, for example, AC in this case is given by the position vector OC. So the second position vector of point C, which is the second one in this vector, and the position vector minus the position vector of the first letter, which is A. So position vector is OA. So AC is 6, 2. OC is this 10 minus 1 because the coordinates are 10 minus 1. So your position vector will be 10 minus 1, and minus OA is the vector that you're looking for. Let's take OA to this side and bring this here. So I will get OA equals to 10 minus 1, and this will become minus 6 and 2. So OA will be 10 minus 6 is 4, minus 1 minus 2 will be minus 3. So this is the position vector, so the coordinates are 4 and minus 3. Part B is the midpoint of AD. Find the coordinates of point D. So B is the midpoint of AD. So you're given AB. So let's see here. This is A, and AB is what? Minus 3 and 5. So minus 3 in X and positive 5 in Y. So I will go minus 3 in this direction and then positive 5 in this direction, and I will get to point B. So this is my vector AB. And since B is the midpoint of AD, that means if I extend this vector and double the value, so I go another minus 3 and another 5, I should reach point D, right? Because B is the midpoint, so whatever distance is AB, I will go another distance of the same length to get to point D. So basically, my vector AD is given by 2 times the vector AB because B is the midpoint of vector AD. So what's AD? 2 times AB minus 3 and 5. So this is minus 6 and 10. So now you know the vector AD. You know the position vector of A. You calculated it in the previous part. So you only need to find the coordinates of point D or the position vector of point D. So again, using the same concept that we used in the previous part, your vector AD is given by position vector OD minus the position vector OA. AD is minus 6 and 10. OD is unknown, that's what we need to calculate. Minus OA is this, 4 and minus 3. So now let's solve for OD. OD will be, I'll take this to the other side, so it will be minus 6 and 10 plus 4 and minus 3. So minus 6 plus 4 will be minus 2, and 10 minus 3 will be 7. So your position vector OD is minus 2 and 7, and your coordinates of point D will be minus 2 and 7. Part B is the diagram shows triangle OPQ. This vector is P, this is Q. R is the point on OQ such that OR is twice the length of RQ. So this is one part, this is two parts if the total length is three parts. So it's divided in, this full length is divided into 2 ratio 1, or you can say OR is 2 by 3. This is two parts out of the total three parts. So 2 by 3 of this is vector Q. And similarly RQ will be 1 by 1/3 of Q. 1 by 3 of Q. So that is what is meant, that OR is twice the length RQ. So this OQ is split into 2 ratio 1 between OR and RQ. S is the midpoint, so this is the midpoint of this PQ. Express as simply as possible in terms of P and or Q. So first you have to find vector PQ. Vector PQ is this. So vector PQ, using the head to tail rule, I can go in this direction, which is PO plus this vector, which is OQ. OQ. This will give you PQ. So what is PO? OP is P, so PO will be minus P in the opposite direction, and this is Q. OQ is Q, so minus P plus Q will be your uh, vector PQ. The next one is OS. So OS is this plus this. So OS would be OP plus PS. This will give you OS. So what is OP? OP is P plus PS. PS is half of this PQ. You're given S is the midpoint. So PS vector is 1 by 2 of vector PQ. What is PQ? PQ is this that you calculated in the previous part. So PS is half of PQ. So now let's calculate this. This will be P minus 1 by 2 P and plus 1 by 2 Q. And P minus 1 by 2 P will be 1 by 2 P, and this 1 by 2 Q as it is. So your vector OS is 1 over 2 P plus 1 over 2 Q. The next is you have to find the vector SR. So SR is this vector here. I can calculate it by adding SQ plus QR. So let's do that. SR will be equal to SQ, SQ plus QR. What is SQ? Again, SQ is half of PQ. So half of PQ plus QR. So half of PQ is again this 1 by 2 of minus P plus Q plus what is QR? QR, so we found out that this is 1 by 3Q in this direction. This was 2 by 3Q. So in the opposite direction, this will be negative 1 by 3Q, right? QR. So this will become negative 1 by 3Q. So now let's calculate this. This will become minus 1 by 2P plus 1 by 2Q minus 1 by 3Q. So minus 1 by 2P plus what will be the LCM here? 3 2s are 6. This will be 3Q minus 2Q. And this will be minus 1 by 2P plus 3Q minus 2Q will be 1Q. So 1 by 6Q. So your final answer is minus 1 by 2P plus 1 by 6Q. That's how you'll calculate the vector SR. So this is the end of paper 2, variant 1 for May June 2021.